The Starlink Mini has become an essential part of our disaster preparedness plan at my place because they have a $5 a month program that lets you use it for just basic communication in the case of a disaster or an emergency. Because if the power grid goes down, cell towers are not working, you're cut off from the outside world, roads are washed out, being able to communicate with someone somewhere and say, hey, we need help, here's where to send it, is very, very important. The problem is it doesn't work if you don't have electricity. What I'm going to look at today is some very inexpensive and very packable ways to power a Starlink Mini if you're out camping, hunting, out at a cabin somewhere in the middle of nowhere, as you're out skiing in the backcountry, or you're just at home and there's a disaster. Some very inexpensive and very packable ways to power a Starlink Mini no matter where you're at. So yeah, just to explain a little further about this Starlink Mini, look at how small this is. You can get one of these and get on their $5 a month standby plan. And basically it'll allow you to use really low speed internet that would only be good for like messaging apps or texting over Wi-Fi, maybe calling over Wi-Fi. And I mean, you could probably watch videos at low speed, but mostly it's just for like communication. And it's $5 a month to keep one of these things on standby. And if you need to, you can connect up to this thing and change it to one of their regular data plans immediately. But we just leave this thing on standby. That's kind of the deal. And then it's always available for you if you ever need it. Okay, I'm yakking too much, but I will have links to all the stuff I show you in the description of this video. And then if you do want a deal on Starlink, I'm a Starlink affiliate, so you can certainly check out the link in the description of this video and you get a discount on Starlink. Anyway, I'm yakking too much. Let's just get into the stuff here to use with this Starlink Mini in a disaster. Now, before you even power up your Starlink, you do want to set it up. And rather than using the built-in kickstand, I think it's important to keep these things off the ground because if you're in a muddy area or there's rain or just whatever's going on, keeping it out of the ground is pretty helpful. These tripods are really stinking handy. These are ready built for the Starlink to work with the pole mount that comes with your Starlink Mini. So we can deploy this thing pretty quickly wherever we need to, and just keep it up out of the mud and the muck, ready to receive some data. Something I think is really important to have before you do anything is to have a good carrying case for your Starlink, because maybe you're taking this with you hunting or fishing or camping or out to your cabin. You don't want to put the thing in a paper bag. You want to keep it safe. So this is a purpose-built case just for the Mini. It's got a little seal around the edge to keep water out. And it just fits everything. I can stack this thing just full of equipment as well as keeping the Starlink in here. So it's already pre-made and pre-cut out to store the Starlink and some of the most common Starlink accessories. And this thing latches up really nice too. So super portable because it's the Starlink Mini, but just super safe as well to keep this thing ready to go. Let's get on with it. Right now I'm powering this thing with a DeWalt battery. See, the power needs for this Mini are so low that you can use a stinking DeWalt battery to power this thing. That's amazing to me. With this battery, which is a 4 amp hour battery, we can get about 3 hours of usage out of this thing, maybe more. So we can literally be just sitting out in the middle of the field, powering this thing with a DeWalt battery, and chit-chatting with somebody on the phone, watching YouTube videos, whatever. And this power converter here, or inverter, is super low profile. It'll fit in your pocket. It'll fit in a little carrying case. I think this is one of the most effective ways to make a oh crap setup for your Starlink, is one of these DeWalt inverters. Now, of course, you could also use other things to power the Starlink if you have a little more room. For example, if you just have a little tiny power bank like this one, this is not too big, pretty low profile. This is 100 watts and 100 watt hours. So again, you can get an hour or 2 or 3 out of this thing to power your Starlink. So you can either use a converter that converts over to USB-C from the Starlink, or just use the Starlink's regular plug-in and plug right into this one. This one from Gooloo I've really liked using. You just plug the power brick for the Starlink right into it, and this will give you power. And this is stuff you can use for recharging your phone or whatever. So keeping one of these little power banks around, I think is really useful. And this is something you could slip in a backpack or, again, a little carrying case if you're just out in the middle of nowhere, keeping your Starlink around for emergencies. Now, of course, your vehicle is another great source of power when you're in an emergency. They make these nice like magnetic mounts. They can go right on the hood or the roof of your vehicle, and you can point it right at wherever you need to for your Starlink. The Starlink clips right into these. But nice little magnetic mount that you just keep in your trunk or in your emergency box in your truck. Could really come in handy if you're packing your Mini with you. We can now run a wire from here inside the vehicle and get some power from in the vehicle. I've got two ways I like using power from the vehicle. I'll show those to you real quick. Now, both of these options are just power inverters that we plug in to the outlet in your car or truck. They used to call these cigarette lighters, but I don't think they do anymore. So you plug them both in. This one's just a regular low profile inverter. Again, we're going super low profile, super cheap, super easy to transport. It's got a couple just regular plug-ins. So you take the power brick for your Starlink, plug it in, plug this into your truck, run power out your window to this thing, and you're ready to rock and roll. This other one is a little more specialized. It is like a regular car charger, so you just leave it in your vehicle as a car charger, and then it's got a long cord built into it with the kind of proprietary, can you see? Come on, let's focus. The kind of proprietary power outlet for the Starlink. So this one's more designed specifically for the Starlink, having a super duper long cord. Just plugs right into that cigarette or cigar lighter or whatever they call it these days. You charge your phone on it all the time, and then when you need it, you can deploy that cord to power the Starlink. Now, there's two other things I'd really highly recommend keeping in your emergency kit for your Starlink that are just kind of getting you up to the next level. One of them is this thing right here. So this Starpulse is something that plugs in line with your Starlink. That'll give you data on what's going on with your Starlink, tell you how much wattage you're pulling, for example. Because if we are in a situation where we're using a lower wattage source to power the Starlink, it's very important to know how much power you're pulling so you can conserve energy when you're out in the middle of nowhere and needing to get communication in or out. So this really helps you kind of keep track of your power usage so you don't run down whatever power source you're using too quickly before you can get back to safety. Last but not least is this Wi-Fi extender antenna. If you want to be a hero and you're the only one with the internet, this could extend the internet up to 3 acres. This is something that's super lightweight, waterproof. It's to be used outdoors. You can just zip tie this thing to a stick or a tree and get Wi-Fi all over the place. So if we do need to get data to multiple people over a larger area, this is something that's easy to break down. Everything on here unscrews. It can go, again, in an emergency preparedness package that you keep at your hunting camp or at your cabin or whatever. So when you really need Wi-Fi for you and those around you, we can just deploy this thing and set it up somewhere and really get Wi-Fi over a large area. So yeah, this is called a wavelength Wi-Fi extender. Again, all this stuff, I'll have links to it in the description of the video. Thanks for watching. This is my super paranoid Starlink presentation concluding. We'll see y'all.